Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 22 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Cincinnati Bengals. And yeah, why am I doing this? I just feel like doing it. I feel like doing a rebuild today, so I am going to be doing the Cincinnati Bengals. And as a Ravens fan, this is the only team I am genuinely worried about making it over us in the playoffs. Yeah, because I'm not worried about the Browns. Despite how good their team is, they screw it up every single year. The Bengals beat us extremely badly. The Steelers they're not that good. They just tied to the Lions. The Browns just got bent over by the Patriots. And the Bengals are seriously the only team that I'm worried about over the Ravens taking our division. I still think the Ravens will make the playoffs, but the Bengals still are a scary team. Now, my coach name, Chase was the right pick. Before, I was crapping on the Bengals so hard for not taking Penei Sewell because my thought process is, how are you going to get the ball to an elite receiver if you don't have time to throw the ball in the first place? But I guess that doesn't matter because the receiver just gets off the line so quickly that it doesn't matter about how terrible your offensive line is. Joe Mixon is performing amazing with how terrible his offensive line is, and as Zach Taylor has really done an amazing job rebuilding this team. Just overall, great performance by the Bengals within a span of 2 years. 2 years ago, they were the worst team in the NFL. Now they are one of the top contenders for the AFC playoffs. Do note, not the in general playoffs, just AFC, Packers, Rams, Cowboys. There's a lot of really good teams in the NFC, so I don't think anyone from the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl this year. It's definitely going to be an NFC team, in my personal opinion. I thought it was going to be the Rams. They just lost to the Titans, and they just lost to the Niners, so I don't know about that anymore, even though they just went all in this year. Packers are looking good, but they always end up screwing it up. But yeah, anyways, I'm getting way too off topic here. The Bengals made the right choice with Jamar Chase. I'm completely wrong. I will admit when I'm wrong. I'll give credit where credit is due. Jamar Chase is an absolute beast. I thought Mac Jones was going to be a bust too. I was wrong. I thought Justin Fields was going to be a bust, and so far Justin Fields sucks. So at least I'm right about one thing. I thought Jamar Chase was going to be a good player, but over Penei Sewell, I didn't think he was going to be that great. Rashawn Slater looks to be the best offensive lineman in the class so far. As a Ravens fan, Jason Owe is extremely good. Super happy with that pick. And yeah, Bengals are a ridiculous team, especially in simulation with Joe Burrow, so I do think we can get a lot done here. So anyways, guys, let's just get into it. So here we are with the overlook of the team, as Joe Burrow is no longer a superstar development player. I thought they would have kept giving him superstar, which I really do think he should have superstar. He's played great, but of course the ACL tear was the big problem and why he's a star. I can understand why they made him a star dev, but this year he's played pretty well. Jamar Chase, definitely going to move to wide receiver one. I think he has superstar dev. Let me check real quick. Oh my god, this is cheating. It doesn't matter. He's gonna have star superstar eventually. I'm gonna know for sure now. He has superstar dev. That does fit him correctly. I'm glad EA did give him that. T. Higgins is great. Tyler Boyd. I love you, but I might want to start T. Higgins over you just because T. Higgins is 4 years younger. Or can I put T. Higgins in the slot? T. Higgins is in the slot, which I'm fine with. Trey Hendrickson only has normal dev, which I kind of disagree with on that. Von Bell, I don't want to be my sub linebacker. I don't want that to happen. Larry Ogunjobi is the second string rush defensive tackle. I don't know about that. Defensively, looking into it, great D-line, but I actually should go back to the offense. I don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't finish what I was saying. Joe Mixon is a savage whenever he's healthy. Whenever he's not healthy, he's not that amazing because in the past couple of years, he hasn't been great. This year, he's been amazing. Like, injury here, no. 5 touchdowns is for a running back, especially a starting one. And with 278 attempts, that's not acceptable. Great average, great yards, great average, great yards. Rookie year, not that great. He's just super up or down, but this year he's super up. I'm super pleased with his performance. And we got CJ Uzama. I always mispronounce it. Please, I know the Bengals fans are going to come for my throat in the comments about it. I don't know if he's going to be around for that long. EA, you start regression at 28, so I don't quite know. Drew Sample is not going to be the future. O-line is terrible. Jonah Williams, despite him having star dev in real life, he's not amazing, but he is a solid left tackle for now. D-line looks pretty great. DJ Reader is getting on the older side, isn't he? 27, not that bad. I think we keep him throughout the rebuild. Logan Wilson is going to be great, especially in simulation. Jesse Bates is great. Ricardo Allen and Von Bell. I don't know if I like both of those. I kind of want to trade away Von Bell and get rid of Ricardo Allen later. I like Von Bell. I'm sure a bunch of Bengals fans do, but I just don't need two safeties. I really just don't need two safeties. So let's try and trade away Von Bell. And, oh, I thought it was going to be the Jets. Whatever. Your career is going to die here. Anyone that I want in particular, anyone interesting? No, not worth it. I think a 4 and a 6 is more than fair. And yeah, 4 and a 6 for Von Bell. I think that's fair. I just don't need two strong safeties. I understand Von Bell plays more than strong safety. He can play rotational linebacker. But in EA, in EA and in Madden, that's not necessarily a thing unless I personally move him to outside linebacker, which I'm not going to do. But Chidobe Awuzie, or Chidobe Awuzie, however you want to pronounce it, and Mike Hilton are pretty good DBs. Definitely improved the secondary as of last year. So pretty solid defense. In simulation, this offense is ridiculous. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say that it's time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, as never mind, the Bengals suck in simulation. We are 2-5. Okay, and I forgot to choose a draft class. Just auto-generated rookies. It's not going to be the biggest deal to me. I honestly don't care. Oh, you're not using a realistic roster. The draft is always unrealistic. Nobody ever expects to happen what's actually going to happen in the draft. So, yeah, we're coming off a 37-31 loss to the Ravens. I wish that happened in real life. Weekly strategy, no. What was players ready to negotiate? That's what I wanted to do. I was blanking out on that. Jesse Bates, of course I want him back. Why would I not want Jesse Bates back? This is going to be a massive contract for him, by the way, especially for safety. He resigns Ricardo Allen. I'll keep him on like a 2-year deal if he wants that. 2 years. Let's give him a little bit more money. See if he accepts that. I like better bonus and duration. I can't give you better duration, man. I'll let him walk. CJ, no. Auden Tate. If he had star dev, I would keep him, but no. Trey Flowers, no. Quinn Spain, no. Larry Ogunjobi. Here's the thing. I love you, Larry Ogunjobi. Ogunjobi, my bad. But the thing is, even though Bengal praises you, if you guys don't know who Bengal is, you should. You definitely know if you watch rebuilds. But Bengal, he praises the beast out of Charlotte 24/7. I'm not going to resign you because you are 27. You're going to start regression by the end of the season. You won't even make it to an 80 overall by the time we're even done with this rebuild. You won't be an 80 overall throughout this entirety of this rebuild, so I just don't need you. BJ Hill, no. Vernon Hargraves is on the Bengals. Dude went from a first-round pick to just bouncing around to every single team. He's going to be the Ryan Fitzpatrick of DBs. He was drafted to the Bucks, and then he went to the who was it? The Houston Texans, I believe. Went to another team, and then I think he's here now. I think he went to another team. Let me check this real quick. He was Buccaneers, Houston, now Cincinnati. I swear he went to another team. I guess he didn't. I guess injuries was holding him back here too because, dang, he sucks. What a terrible first-round pick. So is Eli Apple. I bet Bengals happy about that pick. Everyone else here is just a no for me. So apart from that, guys, I would say that it is now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs, finishing 7-10, bottom of the division. Browns, it looks like the Browns does not actually make it. It looks like the Steelers and Ravens do. Steelers, Ravens, yeah, Steelers get 7th seed, and Browns actually missed the playoffs. That's one of the first times I've ever seen in Madden simulation the Browns miss the playoffs. Also, Ravens are 1st seed and Rams are 1st seed. It's nice to see that the Cowboys and Chiefs aren't always the 1st seed or the Browns. It's infuriating every single rebuild of mine. But let's look at the stats and awards here. And it's a pretty solid season from Joe Burrow. 10th best offense in the NFL. 26th best defense is the problem. 4,100 yards, 28 TDs, 10 receptions. I would like those TDs to be at least 32, but pretty good yards, man. Joe Mixon, 1,500 yards, 5.1 average, 12 TDs. That's probably his best season by far. Pierre with 13 TDs. The second string running back always gets more touchdowns than the first string. It's been a problem in Madden since like Madden 17. They still haven't fixed it. Receiving wise, Jamar Chase had an amazing rookie season. 1,000 yards, 8 TDs for a rookie. That's amazing for any receiver. That's great. Tyler Boyd, almost 1,000 yards, only 2 TDs. Not that great. T. Higgins, 900 yards, 8 TDs. Great for him. CJ, pretty good for a tight end. And looking into it defensively, Jermaine Pratt, great amount of tackles. Tackles for a loss, 14 for DJ Reader. Sacks on the team, 9 for Trey Hendrickson, 8 for Sam Hubbard, 7 for Ogunjobi, 3.5 for Logan Wilson, 2 interceptions for Chidobe Awuzie, and 2 interceptions for Jesse Bates. Safeties on the team, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. I can see why the defense performs so bad. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Ravens beat the Cowgirls in the Super Bowl, and it looks like there are no Bengals for the yearly awards, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Looking into the adjust lineup here and looking into the development upgrades, Jamar Chase already came with Superstar. We looked at it at the beginning of the year, and everyone else looks the same on offense. But CJ, are you regressing pretty hard? He's actually not regressing. That is extremely surprising. Okay, that's... I don't know about his contract then. Logan Wilson gets Superstar Dev for no reason. He just gets it. It happens in literally every rebuild with the Bengals. I don't know why. He's just a savage. And everyone else on the team other than Logan Wilson did not get a development upgrade. So let's go into our re-sign players here, see who we have to re-sign. I'm pretty sure I already said no to everyone else. And yeah, let's look into that if my game will ever load at any point in year. Okay, get into the 2021 retirements. We are the AFC North. Nobody retired in the AFC North. I'm pretty sure that's a glitch, dude. It happens like every single rebuild that I do, that none of my players retire. But Carter Allen's just a no. CJ, again, a no. I don't think he's going to get to an 80 overall at all throughout this rebuild. Auden Tate, no. Larry Ogunjobi is, again, a no. He's still a 76 overall. He's not even going to make it to an 80. He's probably going to be a 75 or 74 overall next year. Just a no. So let's just get into free agency. So here we are after free agency as we're signing Corey Bojorquez as our punter, KJ Wright as a 1-year rental player, Will Disley as our long-term tight end. Same overall as CJ, but the only difference is that he's 26 and CJ's 29, so he will actually progress while CJ regresses. And Gronk is still here as a tight end. I just didn't want him. Ricardo Allen's still here, but I wasn't able to sign any other free agent because Kareem Jackson did reject my contract, so I probably will be re-signing Ricardo Allen for a year. As you can see, Kareem Jackson did reject, so let's just get into the draft. Torrey Coleman, first round selection, 93 strength, hidden development. These are his skills. I saw run block power A, and then I saw pass block power C, so I thought it was pretty good. He is going to be our first overall pick. We definitely need to up that offensive line. The defense was the problem last year, but I will be looking for that in round 2. Eddie Vincent, a halfback in the 2nd round. I know I said I'd be looking for a defensive player in round 2. He was just the best player available, and might as well just get a rotational piece at halfback. It really does help out simulation. Here we are after the draft, as Torrey Coleman is a 72 overall, and Eddie Vincent seems to be a total bust, but whatever. He's going to be probably better than Pierre here. I can't believe I've been calling him Pierre this entire time. I am so sorry. I'm retarded, but don't worry about it. Let's act like that didn't happen. Offensive line has improved. Defensively, the CPU picked up Cameron Hayward. Let's just say this is Cameron Hayward's from the Steelers' little brother. Nice story. But instead of Cameron Hayward, he's just Cam Hayward. It was a very it was a very hard decision making in the process of giving that kid a name. And yeah, we are, I guess, slightly improved now because of the developments and the people over the time and the players that we've acquired over the time, but not the best. Definitely not the best. Eddie Vincent's gonna be there. And we're going to have... Yeah, this is not the best team. I ain't even going to lie. Don't really know if I like it. I'm actually going to change up a scheme here really quick. I think I want to go to Kansas City's offense. I think I do want to do that. Multiple zone. Oh, what is this? 82 vertical zone power run. Let's do this. And 4-3 under. I think a 4-6 usually works better. Yeah, 4-6 or 4-3. Let's run a 4-6. No, 4-3 is better. Let's look for Kansas City. There's Kansas City. And yeah, other than that, guys, it's been a weird conversation that I've been trying to commentate on here, but let's just move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3, not bad, but very highly contested division. Breakout player for this week. I highly doubt it's going to work. Ian Alexander. Defensive coordinator. Chidobe Awuzie. Or Awuzie. I'm just going to call him Awuzie. It just sounds better. I don't really care if it does or doesn't review to you guys. But I'm going to advance to the next week just to see if he does get that breakout challenge. I'm not going to play it, of course. And let's see if he does get a breakout player. What do you have for me? Had a pretty good quiet game out there. Yeah, dang. That's unfortunate. Had a quiet game. Chidobe Awuzie did not get that breakout challenge. I keep butchering all these names. I know that. And KJ writes a no. Jonah Williams, he's our future left tackle. Hefty price for someone like that, but he's a left tackle. It's the second highest paid position in the league as he resigns. Pratt. Nope. Everyone else here is just a no for me. So Jonah Williams was the only one that gets a contract, so it's time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs, coming off a win to the Bills as we finished 6-11. Way worse, not way worse, one less win than last season, but like, come on, dude. We were 4-3, won only 2 games, and just went on a losing streak. That's so lame. Stats and awards, Joe Burrow was great. Dude was amazing this year. And he wasn't even in the conversation for MVP. That's super stupid. 7th best offense in the NFL. Defense is going to be terrible. Worst defense. Well, third to worst defense. 4,500 yards, 38 TDs, 12 interceptions. Great year. Joe Mixon with 16 TDs, 1,300 yards. Joe Burrow had some ground game. Eddie Vincent, 2 touchdowns, 153 yards. Terrible rookie season for him. T. Higgins, 1,200 yards, 14 TDs, amazing year. Will Dissly, 1,000 yards, 9 TDs, great year for the tight end. Jamar Chase had a major down year from last year, but still. Tyler Boyd had a pretty solid season. Joe Mixon had a pretty solid season for a running back at receiving. Defensively, Logan Wilson with 150 tackles is ridiculous. Probably going to get an X factor. Tackles for a loss, 25 for Trey Hendrickson, and 9 sacks from him as well. DJ Reader with 6.5 sacks. Interceptions, 3 for Logan Wilson, 3 for Jesse Bates, 2 for Mike Hilton, and 2 for the rookie Cam Hayward. Safeties on the team, 0. Defensive touchdowns, 0. But Logan Wilson is definitely going to be an X factor. Probably going to get a dev up for Will Dissly and a couple other players too. So let's just move in to the offseason. No way. The Jets actually made the Super Bowl with Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is terrible in simulation. How? 22-19, the Jets lose the Super Bowl to the Buccaneers. No Bengals yearly awards. But looking into the roster to see if there is any development upgrades, we should have a couple here. And T. Higgins has superstar dev, which is understandable. How did Will Dissly not get superstar, dude? Coleman only has star dev, and wow, Eddie Vincent does not look to be a bust as he has superstar dev. I guess that was a good pick by me, low overall though. How does Will Dissly have like 9 touchdowns on a 1,000-yard season as a tight end and doesn't get a superstar? That's lame. Logan Wilson, no surprise after the year he had. He is a freak. Let's give him reinforcement. Unfakeable, sure. Let's give him lurker as well. Jesse Bates is still the way he is. Cam Hayward only has star dev. And yeah, Trey Hendrickson now has star dev as well, which is awesome to see. And what about everyone else on the team? Everyone else on the team looks the same. Pretty great year in terms of development for us, but we need to change something up in the playbook too. So let's just get into the re-sign players actually. I was about to say free agency. Let's see who we do have to re-sign. I don't think there is anyone I do want to re-sign, but yeah, we still got retirements to look into as well. So another couple years, and that finally loaded. And looking into, Brady retires. That's good for us. And it looks like our right guard, oh no, our right guard has retired. Our second string right guard, oh no, how detrimental to the offense. And looking into it, everyone here is just garbage to me. So apart from that, guys, it is now time to move into free agency. Here we are after free agency as we pick up Bobby Wagner, which is a massive pickup for this defense. Javon Hargrave on as our secondary, like temporary, not temporary. I'm going to keep him for the rest of the rebuild. He's on 3 years, but I put him on a really cheap deal, 82 overall. He's going to be a solid player. Trey Hendrickson, we have Javon Hargrave, DJ Reader, Sam Hubbard, Bobby Wagner, Logan Wilson, who's an X factor now. Defense is shaping up really nicely. I feel like DB is still our problem, though. Mike Hilton and Chidobe Awuzie isn't getting it done. So let's just get to the draft. Carlos Wilson is going to be pick number 6 for us. 91 XL, 82 speed, 78 strength, hidden dev. I saw the B finesse moves, B hip power, and B tackle. Thought he was a solid player. Got an outside linebacker, definitely needed for our defense. Probably going to be targeting DB next. So this is the overlook of the team after the draft. And Joe Burrow has superstar. Am I just oblivious and just didn't notice that? Yeah. I was oblivious and just didn't notice that before, or I just didn't even check development straight. I can't remember. Either way, this is what the team looks like. Joe Burrow has superstar, which is very important. And Carlos Wilson looks like an absolute stud. So happy that we got him. A very good defense, and I drafted complete bust at DBs. Moore is who I drafted, and Bozeman is who I drafted in the second and third round. They suck, and yeah, my middle linebackers from like the fourth and fifth rounds just suck as well. Not very great. And yeah, apart from that, guys, this team just needs to rely on the defense. We have Cincinnati's defensive playbook, which isn't even bad. We have a great scheme fit. And other than that, guys, it's time to get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3, second in the division. That is great to see. We have some players ready to negotiate here in our third season. Joe Burrow, definite must come back. I don't know why I don't get a fifth-year option with this guy, and EA just won't let me to, but whatever. He's going to resign. DJ Reader, despite being 29, I still think he'll stay well above an 80 throughout this rebuild, so I'm going to up the money and resign him. He resigns. Logan Wilson has been a beast for us throughout the entirety of the rebuild. Of course, I do want him back, up the money, just like everyone else. He resigns. Tyler Boyd, he has not been amazing for us, so I'll hold off on that. Oh my God, you need Tyler Boyd. In simulation, he hasn't done great for us. T. Higgins has done much better, so I'm going to give him his contract first. Chidobe Awuzie, he hasn't done great either, but I need to all give these guys contracts because I don't have anyone else better. So yeah, now I will give Tyler Boyd the contracts because we do have a bunch of money left. So I will give him the contract because of that, and he does resign as well. He hasn't done amazing for us. He hasn't done bad. He's just been kind of there. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs as we are here to face the 9-8 Browns. As we finished 13-4, top of the division. Did we get the second seed? Yeah, we did. Of course, Chiefs get the first seed, but the 49ers get the first seed in the NFC, which is very rare to see. Looking into the stats and awards here, Joe Burrow was a stud. What do we have? Baker Mayfield on the Eagles wins MVP. All right. Joe Burrow gets third place for MVP. Third in yards, third in touchdowns, top 10 passer rating. That's expected. Fourth best offense, 22nd best defense still. I don't know how, dude. 5,000 yards, which is amazing, by the way. 40 TDs, 7 interceptions. Amazing year. Joe Mixon had a bit of a down year, but still 1,200 yards, 10 TDs. And Eddie Vincent had an up year from his rookie year, 9 TDs, 230 yards. Will Disley, 1,100 yards, 12 TDs. Dude, so much better than CJ. Tyler Boyd, I was wrong about you. I'm sorry for shit talking you. 1,100 yards, 9 TDs. Definitely deserves that re-sign. T. Higgins, 1,000 yards, 6 TDs. Jamar Chase, 9 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Well, almost 900 yards. A little bit over 900 yards. He's been really consistent for us, but his rookie year was his best year so far is what it looks like. Looking into it defensively, Bobby Wagner with 123 tackles, Mike Hilton with 120, Logan Wilson with 103, Chidobe Awuzie with 100. Wow, 4 players with over 100 tackles or over. Tackles for a loss is 17 for Trey Hendrickson, and my computer is randomly starting. Okay, now I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My laptop just randomly started up. Trey Hendrickson, 17 tackles for a loss. DJ Reader, 17 tackles for a loss. Tackles, sacks, 10 sacks for Javon Hargrave, 8.5 for Trey Hendrickson, 5 for Sam Hubbard. Interceptions, 3 for Bobby Wagner. Also, I want to mention Javon Hargrave, only player on this team to have double-digit sacks throughout this rebuild, so that was the correct re-signing. Logan Wilson, 2 interceptions. Mike Hilton, 2 interceptions. And safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see if we can beat the Browns in the wildcard round. They don't have Baker Mayfield anymore. They're 9-8. Please just give it to me. Please, EA. Thank you. We're here to face the 10-7 Ravens, who are also gods in simulation. Let's see if we can beat them in the divisional. I usually never hop into the divisional round. So, 31-21. I'm sure it was their defense they gave up. Oh my gosh, that's so infuriating for us to go 13-4 just to lose in the divisional round. Yeah, now you know what it feels like to be a Ravens fan and go 14-2 just to lose to the freaking Titans in the divisional round. And apparently our pass defense yard per game is 26. That's the worst thing on our team, so we need to fix that in the offseason. Let's move into it. And the Niners get their revenge against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl as they win it. So, okay, and for the yearly awards, there is no Bengals here. That is unfortunate. So looking into the roster here for the upgrades to see if we got any. Joe Burrow better got one. Yes, Joe Burrow does. Amazing year for him. 5,005 yards, 40 TDs, 7 interceptions. More than deserves it. Joe Mixon still the same. T. Higgins, Okay, I'm so tempted to give this dude superstar, but I know people whine at me in the comments. How do you have 2,000 yards back-to-back season with almost 10 touchdowns this season? 12. Like, that deserves superstar dev. I don't know how EA just doesn't allow that. That's super annoying. That's super irritating. Tyler Boyd also had 1,100 yards and, like, what, 12 TDs or 9 TDs? Had a great year as well and doesn't get a dub. That makes no sense. Will Disley had a great year and doesn't get a dub. That's very irritating. But I'm not going to do it because I know people will whine in my comments. And wow, Carlos Wilson, did you get that? Or did you come with that? No, he got that. Plus superstar dev. I don't know how he got that, but he got it. Okay, as he receives that. Cam Hayward isn't progressing very well. So apparently our secondary is the problem of the team. We have one of the worst pass defenses. Well, defensive pass yards per game. Yeah, that's apparently our problem. So I guess I'll have to fix that. I'll try and do that in free agency. But yeah, we have some players to resign. I believe I already resigned everyone who I wanted to. These development upgrades really should be changed and really should be fixed because 1,100 yards and 12 TDs for Will Disley, that's an amazing year. 13-4 record as well. He should easily go up. A bunch of Ravens players retired, which is good for us. Go to the AFC North. A bunch of them retired. And Vinny Curry retires. And Cameron Hayward retires on the Steelers. So we have the only Cam Hayward in the NFL now. Quite the storyline. Let's look at the players ready to negotiate. And then we'll get into the free agency. Everyone here is garbage to me. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I say apart from that in literally every sentence, let's just get to free agency. Here we are after free agency as I went all in on Stephon Gilmore since our pass defense is terrible according to the statistics. Marcus Peters I also got as well on not a cheap deal. I just offered him what I could. Doesn't really matter. Got Reuben Foster as a rotational piece behind Bobby Wagner. Jimmy Ward, he's just better overall than Cam Hayward because he's 6 overalls higher. Nothing ridiculous, but I got him though. That's what matters. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into the draft. Greg Quincy is going to be our first round pick at pick number 28. Nothing too much on the board here. Already got everything I wanted to on defense. 86 strength, 77 speed. Doesn't look that ridiculous on the stat sheet, but he had plus A run block, plus B stamina, and plus the B pass block finesse. So pretty good overall. I do like that pick. Here we are after the draft as, look at this, Greg Quincy has 71 overall hidden dev. I'm just going to look at his development now. I don't really care. It's not like it's going to do anything anyways to the simulation. So star dev, as expected, not really that big of a deal. Right side of the O-line has struggled. Borden, my second round pick, looks to be a bust, but it looks like the CPU picked up Adam Short, tight end out of Oklahoma. And hold up. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Adam Short, but your height being 6'7", I don't think you're that short. 6'7" is not necessarily a very short or average height. I hate to break it to you, man. You're so funny, Vic. Shut up. Anyways, defensively, looking into it, yeah, we just got to perform on our secondary. Apparently, that's the biggest problem. Yards per game. Our pass defense yards per game is 26 in the NFL last season. So it's time to get into the midseason mark. So here we are at the midseason mark as we are 5-1. Wow. Second division behind the 6-1 Browns. How are they doing well? That doesn't make any sense. How are they doing well without Baker? I think it's Myles Garrett that's carrying the team. I want to look at that. Who is the QB? Nate Sherman. Normal development QB. That's apparently... They have Ben DiNucci, Andrew Locke, by the way, which are both meme QBs. I don't know how the Browns are 6-1. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I don't know why I'm looking into this roster. I'm just getting so confused. It really doesn't matter because this is the fourth and final season. So we don't even need to re-sign anybody here. I should have just simulated to the playoffs. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, guys, let's just move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs as we finished 9-8, second division. Bro, how do you go from 5-1 to 9-8? What a realistic simulation. Anyways, the Browns went 16-1 with a 77 overall quarterback. Nice. Joe Burrow, oh my God, please give him MVP. My gosh. How? Aaron Rodgers went to the Broncos. That's realistic. That's actually realistic, though. I'm not even being sarcastic. Offensive yards, best offense. What is up with our defense? Cincinnati's defensive playbook is usually always really good for me with every other team, except for apparently Cincinnati, which is extremely frustrating. Oh my gosh. But, yeah, Joe Burrow... Amazing year once again. Just ridiculous. He should have been MVP. Joe Mixon, 10 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Tyler Boyd, putting up a great season, really proved me wrong in the second half of this rebuild. 1,300 yards, 9 TDs. Will Disley, 12 TDs, 1,200 yards. Jamar Chase, 1,100 yards, 6 TDs. T. Higgins, 10 TDs. Amazing receiving core. Will Disley should have superstar. 3 years in a row of being a beast. And looking into it defensively, Bobby Wagner, 138 tackles for a loss, 16 for Trey Hendrickson, sacks 11.5 for Trey Hendrickson. He panned out. 3 interceptions for Stephon Gilmore. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. I don't know what's wrong with our defense, dude. Is it we're not getting enough pressure? Like, it's very upsetting. So, like, if you look here at the bottom where I'm scrolling over here, our offensive rushing game is second worst in the league, which I'm fine with. Our offensive line is not the greatest, and we're a passing team. Our defensive points per game is terrible. Our defensive pass yards per game has done a lot better. We went from 26th to 10th. Now, our defensive rushing yards allowed per game is the third worst in the league. It was literally a top 10 the entire rebuild until this final year. That's extremely annoying. If we beat Denver, I'll hop into the divisional because it is the final season, but I don't think we will with Rodgers on their team. We actually did it. Now we're about to get clapped. Our cheeks absolutely clapped by the Browns, but I said I would hop into it, so let's do that. And yeah, let's see if we can beat the Cleveland Browns in the divisional round. So yeah, let's just move into it. Here we are against the Browns in the first quarter, and 0-0, 0-7, okay, cool, 7-7. Come on. 14, 7, 721. Yeah, we're going to get clapped. Yeah. 728. Is the Browns playbook just this good? 13, 4. Well, no, I was about to say 13, 14. 14, 42. Yeah, we just got bent over and, like, literally just took it up the butt by Nate Sherman. A 77 overall. A 77 overall normal QB just dropped almost 250 yards on us. Above. What? Hold up. What was Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow had a 39 passer rating with 3 interceptions. And is a superstar X Factor, is 92 overall superstar X Factor, and 77 overall normal development Nate Sherman just dropped 4 touchdowns on our ass. I love your game, EA. It's very realistic. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this rebuild, as it looks like Adam Short has superstar dev. Not very short, man. Will Disley has been robbed of superstar development multiple times. Joe Burrow literally had a 39 passer rating. If you spike the ball into the ground every single down 40 times in a row with 0 interceptions, 0 touchdowns for 0 yards, your passer rating will be a 39, I believe. He got a 39.4. That's how terrible of a game he had. My 94 overall superstar X Factor QB. Okay, that's realistic game. Javon Hargrave did retire. I would retire too after getting clapped by the Browns. But yeah, anyways, guys, apart from that, our completely quote-unquote realistic simulation just got swamped by the Browns in this division. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Go check out my other rebuilds. I promise they're not all like this. I'll see you guys all in the next one.